Cornbread, it's amazing, and there's so many different variations. This is one of our favourites.
Method-wise, this is very similar to so many breads we've made with yeast and water and strong flour.
Sorry, I was doing corny bread.
However, we also enrich it with honey and butter and sweet corn. So a little bit of warm water and our dry active yeast. If you mix the two together.
Come alive!
And then this is just a tin of sweet corn. Now, what we're going to do is make a puree from about half of it.
Bit of oil.
A little bit of oil, maybe a couple of tablespoons in total.
Yeah.
And that'll just help sort of lubricate it all up. It's up to you. You could blend the whole lot, but I like to keep half back and put it in later on. So
more texture.
Little pockets of corn in the bread as well. So puree done.
Sweet.
Everything else goes into our mixer. So,
easy.
Strong flour, as normal, so high gluten content. You can get all the weights and measurements in the link down below. But also cornmeal. Okay, so that is it's a flour but made from corn instead of wheat. So that can all go in. A little bit of sweetness comes from a tablespoon of honey. So
extra sweetness on top of the sweet corn.
On top of the sweet corn.
Double sweet.
Double sweet and double rich. We've also got some butter in there.
Lovely.
The liquid comes in the form of some of our warm water with the yeast, but also the milk. So if you pour that in there, and I'll get the yeasty stuff in. So we'll switch that up, give it a knead, and the last thing to go into there is all of our sweet corn puree. We're also going to season it with a bit of salt. Now this needs to knead away for 5 or 10 minutes. Because cornmeal doesn't have quite the elasticity of the strong flour, it needs extra kneading to make sure it's super light and nice bread. Once it's formed a dough, we can go in with the whole sweet corn kernels as well, and they'll just kind of mix in. But as soon as you're happy that it's all come together, and what you need to do, stretch it out into one dome, tucking it underneath, place it into a bowl and cover it with a tea towel. After about an hour, hour and a half, in one place, you'll end up with something that looks a little bit like that.
Hello. It's got a bit more paler and it's doubled in size.
Yeah, pretty much doubled in size, which is perfect. And now we can transfer it to a loaf tin, and then you knock back the air.
And is this the time that if you wanted to separate it out into small muffins or different shapes or something like that, is this the time to do that? Yes.
Yeah, we're going loaf tin, but you can actually do it in a big sheet or like a cake tin even. Nice. Or you're right, individual muffins, absolutely the same. What we want to do is cover it again with a tea towel. Okay. Leave it again in a warm room or so for about an hour. Yep. And it will double in size again. The real key here is place yourself a tray of water on the bottom shelf of the oven, and it kind of helps steam and gives an amazing crust to the cornbread as it cooks. Ooh, lovely. 40 minutes, 200 degrees Celsius, then let it cool.
Haters gonna hate, and we're just gonna bake it off. Bake it off.
Look at that for a loaf, Jay.
You always know it's a good loaf of bread by tapping it.
Yeah, well normally from the underneath, but I couldn't be bothered to turn it over.
Okay.
What we're going to serve this with is a really awesome salsa. So we've got chopped up red tomato, red pepper, spring onion, sweet corn, chilli, coriander, and the juice of a lime. If you want to mix that all in a bowl with a generous pinch of salt and pepper. Yep. An awesome cornbread. A beautifully colourful, fresh salsa, bit of a kick from the chilli, plenty of fresh lime. There it is, our version of cornbread, sorted.
Oh, I thought I was going to do that one. That's right, never mind.
Okay, stop there, cool.
Cornbread.
Right, grab some of that.
Yes.
And the best part is this part, the crust. Because that's why you put that pan of water on the bottom of the oven. It's quite a sweet bread.
That is really good.
And the salsa's good. Little kick of chilli. Tangy. So good.
Well, there are loads of different types of bread all over the world, obviously, and there are loads of recipes up on Sorted Food. So why don't you go check them out and find your favourite one and let us know what it is.